WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and our website, www.wvtcdetroit.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users.
Do not pass me by. Do not pass me by.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to My Sister, Your Sister, where connection, conversation, and Christ come together. We're coming to you live every third Tuesday
at 8 p.m. Eastern,
right here on the award-winning station WVTC Detroit. Now let's dive deep into sisterhood, spirituality, and subjects that matter.
Bless me not, oh gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. While others thou art calling.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is My Sister, Your Sister, broadcasting live straight from the studio from us to you. We are so excited to be here. My name is Michelle Johnson, and to my right is
Nikki Jones.
and to her right is
it's Tamara Fontaine Hardy.
and to her right is
Randy Raquel Butler.
I know that's right, right. Give up every bit of that government name. And we are here back again. I'm sure you all missed us. We missed you. We had to take a little reset. We had to do a little, re-envisioning. As you can see on your screen, we have a whole new picture, a whole new intro. Thanks to our girl, Nikki Jones. She's
And
so
Larry Whitfield.
talented. So
Give her a round
talented.
of applause.
Let's give it strong J. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So today is going to be not a heavy conversation today. We are reintroducing ourselves to our people. We got a lot of new things to tell you. We have a lot of great program ahead. So we hope you will continue to join us every third Tuesday of each month so we can bring you subjects that matter, spirituality, and just good time and good fun. We are some joyful bunch of ladies up here.
Yes,
So,
we
yes.
are. Yes,
so we're going to give you a little intro of ourselves, reintroduce ourselves, and we're just going to carry the conversation. Now, I do want to ask one of my ladies, we do have a website, my sister, your sister at gmail.com. So, send us only joyful messages. Do not send me anything about whether you didn't like our color combinations that we wore that night or anything like that. Like, offer up advice about subject matters you would like to hear. If you would like for us to cover certain topics or
Yes.
subject matters, we would love to hear back from you. And also, we got a Cash App, y'all.
Look at there.
So if you want to be an angel investor to be able to take our program to newer and higher heights, please feel free to Cash App us. What's our Cash App? Anybody remember? I know what it is, but somebody better tell
My
somebody.
sister, your sister, or MYSY.
We official, y'all. All right, well, let's get started. I'm going to ask an icebreaker question just so that folks can get a sense of everybody's personality.
Oh boy.
You know it's
Let's do
gonna
it.
be fun. You
Here
know
we
it's
go.
gonna be fun.
Here we
It'll
go.
be easy for y'all too.
Okay.
So my icebreaker is, and I actually am borrowing this from a gathering that I was part of earlier this week, and it really got people really in a good place of joy and laughter. So I'm gonna ask y'all. It's an easy one for y'all because y'all kind of do this anyway. Y'all
Okay.
unpaid, but y'all do it anyway.
Okay.
So tell the people you were at a karaoke party.
Oh,
And you had the mic. What would be the song that you would select and why? I'm gonna give you a second. Do 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 do.
So many answers, so many choices.
The one. Okay, well, Nikki, since you spoke up,
Well, I'm just saying.
because I know you got a rotation.
I do. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't just pick one song, like, you know, and then it really depends on the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what is the one?
So if we going, you know what I'm saying? If we trying to be funny, if we trying to have fun, it's a different song. You know what I'm saying? If we, you know, if we feel like ministry is on the horizon for some strange
well, we
reason,
always lead with
you know
that.
what
We're
I'm saying?
part of
I'm
spiritual.
just saying, you know what I'm saying? But okay, so if I'm trying to be funny and like bring a message, Jesus is love, the Commodores.
Could you give us a little taste?
Father, your children.
I said, shut up in that Honda.
I cannot. Don't fall by the side of the road. Teach them love one another.
As y'all can see, the vocal styling.
Give it my time to place. Now, Jesus is love.
You better go ahead.
Wait a minute.
You got to do this part.
He won't let you down.
Okay.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Somebody said gospel or secular, so which one was that? Because it's
Right.
both.
That's what I'm saying. But see, that's what I'm saying. It really depends on the crowd. Because you know what I'm saying, if I'm in a, you know, if I'm in the gospel crowd, you know, where it's, you know, where the saints, if the saints is doing karaoke, I can do that. And if it ain't the saints, you know, if you know, I happen to be somewhere where everybody else a birthday party or whatnot, you know, since people I don't know, then I'm still having fun and I'm still giving the love of Jesus in a word of song. Praise God.
Praise God. I love that. Camera.
Oh, I was hoping you would keep on talking because I'm still kind of cutting.
Oh my God. I gave you
There's
so
one,
much
I
time.
know you did. There's one song that always comes back to me when I'm trying to accomplish something, when I'm feeling like I need some help, you know, when I need to encourage myself. And that is encourage yourself in the Lord.
Oh, okay.
You know, that song always comes back. You know,
You care to give us a little
I
ditty?
can't. No, you don't want this one right here. You don't want that one. Maybe 5 years ago, before you know all that reflux and stuff got to me. But
You gotta give us
encourage
a little
yourself
taste, 'cause
in the
everybody may not know
Lord.
that song.
Brandy can do it for me because she got a beautiful voice. But encourage yourself in the Lord is one of those songs that you listen to.
Time
Come on, girl.
you have to encourage yourself.
Yes,
See that
Lord.
like this? Come on, girl.
Times you have to speak victory during the test.
Yeah.
No matter.
It's been a while, but you know, I can still hold a little bit of a note.
What do you- that's why
but
we-
it got to be a little purse. It's got to be a little purse. But that's my song.
Yes,
Because
I
you
get
get
it.
up and you
I love
have
it.
those
I love
days. Like today, I had
Mhm.
one of those days. I was telling Randy about it today. I had one of those days.
I feel
where
you.
I had to sort of like, you know,
Encourage
I had-
yourself together.
but I prayed this morning. I met
Amen.
with Jesus.
Oh,
And I
Yes.
said,
Ain't
Lord,
nothing like an encounter
you know,
with
I
the
want
Lord.
to. I want to be able
That
to
is
speak
real.
through your
Mhm.
emotions, not through my own.
Mm.
So I know I got a lot of people to meet with. So can you help me out so that I can make sure that
Yes.
I'm worshiping you at all times, even through
Yeah.
the difficult times when I meet
Very
with
good.
and I have different conversations. I want your voice to come through stronger than my own.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
today that
That's the
happened.
testimony right
The day
there.
that happened, but you know what? Sometimes you need that song.
Mhm.
Encourage yourself. So that's my
Mhm.
song.
I love
Okay,
it.
good.
And she gave us a dissertation with that. I love it. I mean, she gave us a breakdown. She gave us an example, and we glorified.
Okay,
you
that
in
was some application.
Yes, yes.
Listen.
This is how you apply the word of the Lord.
There you go. You got to do the full circle.
Randy.
Probably, let me see. I would say Bohemian Rhapsody. Because when my family
Sandy,
started
our
singing that
producer's over here.
song, we just
Oh,
all
that's my
acted fool.
sister. Shout out to Phoenix Rose.
I
Oh,
did.
Bohemian Rhapsody. That's
Tell
a
us
good one.
why. Tell us why. Tell us why. What is
Because
that?
we just
what does that
all
song mean to
have a
you?
good time when we sing it. Like
Yes.
it doesn't matter the crowd, like black, white, you know,
I love
everybody
that.
just like
Yes.
loves that song.
I
Yeah.
love- Can you
So
give us a little
even-
taste?
No, because I always see the words too whenever I'm going. And another one that I really like It's Benny and the Jets.
Yeah. Benny and the Jets. Yeah.
It's the
Straight up banger right there.
Yeah.
My two go-tos for karaoke.
I love that.
I love that.
Diversity and what we
Yes.
talked about.
I live. So since we were breaking it down to like spiritual, and secular, the one song that I've been listening to quite a bit because it has an upbeat tempo, anything by Mary Mary.
Yes.
I'm good. Like Walking. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yes.
That's just like a song. When you hear it, it just gives you such a different
Mhm.
pep in your step. It's
That's
like you
good,
got a
yeah.
little
Yeah.
energy behind you. You know, you're gonna just
Yes.
keep walking regardless of what's going on, what
I
you're
love that.
like dealing
Mhm.
with. You just walking, you just gonna keep walking.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
a good
keep
one.
walking till I get there. Now my secular,
Mm.
Randy, I can't top you. However,
Okay.
Let us hear it.
I do. Okay, so like if it's like a party, good time, I think a good song for karaoke is "This Is How We Do It" by Montel Jordan.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Like that's
Yes.
like a good song to do some
Yes.
karaoke
Yes.
too.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm a real Durrell, Paul, and John Oakes fan. Oh my gosh!
Okay, which
Anything
one?
by the-
Man Eater, Sarah Here she comes.
Watch out for it, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she come, she's a man eater. Like,
Y'all said man eater with too much enthusiasm.
yes.
Too much
I didn't say
enthusiasm.
I was a man eater. I
No,
said
yeah,
she
no,
was.
that's right. Yes, we did.
If I were to go through songs, of course, you all know I'm either one way or the other, jazz or
Yeah, you are good
so
jazz.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, you love
about,
jazz.
when I listen to Michael Franks, and I know
like
everybody
Michael
don't understand
Franks.
Michael Franks, but
Does he
Yeah.
have some karaoke songs? I mean,
Yes,
unless
you
you gonna
know.
do some popsicle toes.
Oh my
but
goodness.
I think we can do popsicle toes with karaoke. But I'm just thinking of the songs that move me.
Yeah.
And I know where were we at? We were in Houston, and some song came on, and I went up to karaoke and started singing. Lord,
Oh,
I can't
yes.
remember the song.
Distant lover.
Love,
Yes.
love.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a guy doing karaoke, and Tam went down to the stage in front of him, like,
It was one of those days.
yeah, she
I
was
get
bored.
Yeah.
That's a good song. Just one of them days.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yes. Who sang that song?
That was Monica.
That was Monica.
Monica,
Oh
yes,
my gosh, that is such a
yes.
good throwback. That is
Yes.
such a good throwback.
That was a good icebreaker.
Okay, so I do have another one, but it's not necessarily like an icebreaker, but it kind of sort of is. So if you all have been hanging with us prior to when we were under Soulful Inspiration, which was Nikki Jones radio or broadcast, we were still there every Tuesday. I mean, every third Tuesday.
Yes.
And one of the things that we talked about, there's a couple of things that we talked about. We talked about a documentary that we saw on Netflix, In My Mother's Garden.
Yes,
Yep.
one of my favorites.
And yeah, that is one of your favorites. And one of the things that I learned, and I can testify that all three of these ladies are really good cooks. just gonna, I'm just gonna
Thank
let you
She
know.
included me.
Yes, I did, honey, because them garlic butter rolls you gave to me that day.
Still talk about them.
They were good though.
Babe.
They were very good.
Okay, Red Lobster now. I thought the cheddar.
Run, didn't you?
But I know that all of you have like a special place in your heart for cooking. It's where you create memories, where you can, open up your doors, you can set a table and people kind of just come and enjoy. And I've been to, I think each of you have held like something at your home, for one reason or another. And it's always been like food, whether Randy was bringing it or we were at your house or at Tam. So I'm letting y'all know this because they are cooks. What is the favorite thing you love to prepare for your loved one? The thing when you get in the kitchen, you hum it to yourself because you about to tear it up in the kitchen. You about to I'm about to show them why.
Michelle, I love to make breakfast.
Oh, breakfast
I
your
love
thing.
breakfast. but I have reached the age where I no longer cook.
You
Because-
don't eat no more?
No, my husband cooks, y'all.
Okay, very
Let
good.
me explain it to you.
yeah.
Tamara cooked for a long time.
Mm.
When her children left, she stopped.
But let me tell y'all something.
I
She
don't
being
cook.
modest. That baked spaghetti that you used to do.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, girl, I was like 17.
Like I said,
was
she
17 years
done.
old.
She has cooked every meal. She has cooked.
But what was
every-
one of your
and I'm
favorites
not
that you
doing it
enjoy
anymore.
doing? What was the one that you enjoy doing for your family the most?
I
No.
love to make a breakfast.
You love that was your
because you
thing.
can do breakfast and you can include brunch, so that you can do more than
And you
just
still
your
like breakfast and
traditional.
brunch.
Exactly, that's my favorite meal of the day.
Ah,
And so, if I were to cook, it would always be breakfast.
okay. Randy, what about you?
I feel Nikki's eyes, so
Oh.
I like to cook for other people. Like it
Yes,
makes
you
me
do.
happy making community and making people,
That's
just happy. So people like my mac and cheese. So that's what I like to make for people.
I haven't had none of your macaroni
Oh,
and cheese,
God.
please.
But her greens,
Yes.
I haven't had that either.
Yes, and
The
they have to. They
greens?
almost vegan. They veganish because
Yeah.
Torian
Okay.
don't like meat in his greens. So
Torian is Randy's husband, by the way.
Yes. So okay, yes.
So there was one Christmas, because y'all know I order out for Christmas. I do the- she don't
Yes,
cook.
yes.
And I was about to order some food, and Randy's like, called me up. Are you about to order some food for that girl? Don't you dare do that.
got
I
an
will
attitude.
make your own.
Thanks.
I will cook for you. And so
See there?
she made my Christmas dinner for me.
See there?
I did. I
Bless
do
you.
like to cook.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a question? Oh, Elliot cooked for a long time.
But that's all right, 'cause my husband can cook, y'all.
He can
He
I
can
can't
cook.
testify to that because every time
can
I
testify to that
ask,
too.
I don't get anything. I
Oh,
cook
yeah.
all the
My
time,
husband
but
can
I
cook, and I
don't.
love the fact that he
ever-
likes to cook, and I let him do it.
Oh,
Because
see,
I
I
don't
don't
like
like
cooking.
cooking. Thank you for
What did he make for us that one time? It was
That cobbler, my
no,
God.
oh, the
you over
cobbler.
Oh,
It's
the
perfect for the
cobbler that
summer.
Elliot made, honey. I
It's a
will
berry
never forget.
cobbler.
You
It's
would
got
never- it
nuts and
touched your
coconuts and all
spirit?
that. The
Right
chicken tikka
Right there.
masala.
Oh, the
That's
chicken
the
tikka
chicken
masala. Oh, yes. He
and
is,
a carrot cake.
and the
He
carrot
takes
cake.
those.
I
very
heard about the
seriously.
famed carrot cake. I've
Ooh,
been waiting for
child.
this cheesecake since I was 13, but it's okay,
Yeah, he's been
Elliot.
promising, right? Elliot, you
Yeah.
heard that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on. He heard all of
He
that.
heard
We
it,
want
he
all of
heard
that,
He
Elliot.
asked me,
Yeah.
how do
The
I
whole
get
meal.
on? And I forgot to send it to him. That brother figured it out.
Yes,
didn't
he did. Yes, he did.
He wanted to make sure I wasn't talking about him.
Well, you see, we're getting to know.
But it was a good talk, though.
It was a good
Good
It was a
talk.
good talk.
talk.
Nick,
Okay, so for me, it's actually the garlic butter, bread,
Oh
the
my
rolls.
gosh,
I
we
love
love that.
making them. I think they're one of the
Ooh.
best things that I ever saw on the internet during COVID, and that's when I saw them. I saw them on the internet on YouTube. It's still out there. The girl was hilarious when she was doing it, and but it's one of those things that I make now. I make it for my son. I make it for myself, and I make it for my friends when I know I'm gonna have friends
Yes.
coming
And they
over.
are extremely
Yes.
I
well.
love them,
Mhm.
and they're so easy to make.
Well,
Yes.
well, it
So
looked
easy.
complicated from the seat that I was sitting in when I was making myself a glass of wine when I came to your
Is
house.
it complicated?
It looked a little complicated.
It's not.
'Cause
It's so easy.
she like put
It's
some
so
stuff in the
easy.
pan and then she added some stuff and she was so quick with it. I was like, well, I don't even know what she's doing in the pan.
It was
good.
good. Though.
It's
I
good.
love doing that. And other than that, it's 7-Up pound cake. I enjoy making that now.
And you tell I saw you in when you
I
preached
enjoy-
at church and you talked about and you
about-
talked about the
Yep.
history of that
Yes.
that 7-Up pound cake.
I enjoy. I don't do it that often, but when I do, I really enjoy doing it. And if my mom is watching, she's gonna be like, "See, you just like me. You don't want to be like me, but you just like me."
It
Praise
is good. You
Mm.
brought me 2 slices, one for me and one for Torian when we were here one time.
Mhm.
Mm.
He never knew about the second slice until just now.
He knows now.
I tore one up in the car. And the next day I had breakfast with coffee.
There you go.
I love it. Okay, she's a connoisseur of eating. She doesn't cook. However, the favorite things that I love to eat that my mother makes is her steak.
Mm.
Her steak is like none other. Anybody who's
Really?
ever had a steak of my mother has will
Really?
continue to call my mother and be like,
make me some
Mama
steak."
Carolyn, when you making some steak?
Okay, what's the cut that she uses?
Yeah.
So she loves a ribeye.
Okay, very
Okay.
good.
She loves a
Nice
ribeye.
marbleization.
Oh, and she
in
does
that
this
thing.
marinade,
Okay.
and she
Mhm.
does this marinade.
Okay.
Now I don't know what she put in the bag.
Mm.
She don't never. Anytime I try to go in the kitchen and look, she be like, "Gone, you're not participating in this process."
Who gonna carry on this?
Wow.
I told her,
Felicia.
who's my
Her
sister.
sister.
Yes, but yeah, her steak is. I don't eat steak out
Mhm.
because her steak is.
I get
Wow.
that. I
Does
get
she
that.
make it in a cast iron or on
Yes,
the
ma'am,
grill?
she
Okay.
does. Yes, ma'am, she does. It
No,
got
she
that
does.
good sear on there.
Very good.
Woo!
Very
You don't
good.
even need no steak sauce.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she don't
That's what
even
I'm
need
talking
no steak. And don't ask her to take the jus
Mhm.
and then make a gravy for the mashed potatoes from the jus from the steak
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm. Very
in the
good.
pan. I
Okay.
said, good night.
I love
See,
that
I was
cook.
about to say,
When do you cook?
thank you, sister. I am a connoisseur. I was not gonna lie on a broadcast and say I cooked. But I also wanted to take folks back who haven't joined us before. You know, we started this podcast, what, 5 years ago? We started in the pandemic. We started in the
Really?
pandemic. We did.
2020.
We did.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we need to celebrate.
Okay.
We need to
Wow.
celebrate. We did the time 5 years of doing this. And I think it's important for folks to know what brought you to this table, because it is about getting to know each of us as a collective and individual. And we all had different reasons why we said yes to the moment. Like it was Tamara's vision. Jesus visited her by the well and said, "Hey, baby girl,
Mhm.
Jesus got a favor for you. I'm gonna need you to go out there and speak to the people. You know, figure out a point. You know, figure out a platform. Figure out who you want to stand with you in this journey and go forward." And yes, Mama Kara can burn. She can. Thank you, sister. So she came to each of us and asked us to join her on this crusade. So I would love for the folks to, like, if you can remember, or maybe it evolved, right? Like 5 years. What keeps you coming back to the table?
Start with the visionary.
Yeah, let's start with the lady who Jesus visited by the well. She was like
man.
washing some linens.
It's a lot of stuff
happened
up
at the well.
Didn't you tell us to dig in your sermon?
It's a lot of stuff that happened at the well.
Yes, you
Mhm.
did.
There you go. You know, brought Jesus all the way through Samaria. Okay. Anyhow, our needs must go through Samaria.
Yes,
Needs must.
yes.
Needs must.
Yes.
You know, I think for me at the time, I felt that the Lord was pulling me in a different direction. And he was calling me to step outside of my comfort zone.
Mhm.
And for me, I never liked the way I sounded. You know, like I have this lisp, but you know, you can find all kind of things wrong with the way you look, the way
Yes.
you sound.
Mhm.
Yes, because I got a
And
Sammy
I was
Davis eye. I
grappling.
understand.
I'm not about to fool with this girl.
And so we can always find things that we don't like about ourselves. And one of the things that God was doing was calling me out of my comfort zone.
Mhm.
And I was afraid to speak in front of people, didn't like the way I sounded. It was just all this other stuff. And the best way to conquer something is to do the opposite of what you don't want.
Mhm.
And so
That's right.
I knew that the Lord was calling me to come out of the shadows and into the forefront. And what better way to come out of the shadows
My God.
into the front is to put yourself there yourself.
Mhm.
And so that's what I did. And I said, well, Lord, how do you want me to go about this? And the idea came to do a podcast.
Mhm.
And so I said, if I were to do a podcast, who would I want? And I said, I want my closest friends there. The people I can be myself around, the people who I know love me in spite of whatever they think I am.
Mhm.
They accept me as who I am and they love me. And I know that they won't say no.
Strategy. Strategy.
The truth emerges.
And I asked 7 people, if you all
You
remember.
did.
We
I
did start.
And
Yeah, we
and,
did
and
start out
7
as a
people
larger
as a
group.
larger group.
We did.
And I knew who was going to stay and who. It did not surprise me.
Well,
The
I
people
mean, you
that
are
dropped
prophetic.
off.
So.
Yeah, that is true.
Mhm.
We don't tell the people that all the time. But yes, I am, because I now accept that. as part of who I am.
Amen.
But I wanted a certain amount. I wanted the personalities to mesh well. It's not about what you have to say. It's the relationship. For example, when I'm hiring someone on my job, I don't look for their skill set. I wonder, can they fit? Will they fit the group? And all these ladies fit, and all of you fit. And so I said, this is and that's what made me invite each of you. I prayed about it. I just didn't say, let me select any, because I got a lot of friends.
Yeah, you do.
But you don't want everybody at the table.
Come on now, that'll preach right
And
there.
so who you want at your table are the people who fit well with you, who can bring something to the table to share with the people that they didn't, a different perspective than my own. And so that's what
I love that.
and it's been 5 years. Who would have thunk?
I love been 5 years. I was sitting back in the car thinking about that. I was like, we've been at this for 5 years.
How much we've each grown individually and collectively because we've been at this table.
We are not the same women
We are
that
not.
we
Correct.
were when we were
5 years
behind
ago.
those screens
Correct.
on Zoom. Nikki, go
We
ahead.
started off on radio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the radio. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. We started at a different station, but
Yep.
yep.
Yep. We
Yep.
did. We
Yep, we
did.
started at a different
Look at
station.
that evolution.
I know, right?
Growth.
Wow. For me, it's really about the company. I enjoy having the conversations. I love having conversations with people, and it's different perspectives, it's different energy. Somebody else is going to think of something that I didn't think of, or a different, just a different thought pattern. I love sitting down having conversations, and I just think that we need to have more of them.
Mhm.
And of course, I like to bring people into the conversation, so we can, hear somebody else's perspective.
Yeah,
I
I
like
love
the
that.
platform part of it, so other people can be introduced to our audience.
Mhm.
I think that's important because you always hear about Black women and how we can't get along.
Of course,
Yeah.
we
You
don't
know,
escape. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Dum-dum. And so having those conversations and having truthful
Yeah.
conversations
Yeah.
is what's important.
Yeah.
And we make each other laugh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
the time.
And we can have the conversations respectfully.
Yes.
Even though we have different opinions sometimes.
Yeah.
We in the group chat. I don't think we should go in this direction. Let's do this. Okay, fine. So the fact that we can have respectful conversations.
Yes,
I love
I
that.
appreciate that.
yes.
Yes.
Randy.
I just accepted because Tam asked me.
She said, cut
And
through,
she
cut
knew.
through.
Just
And she
very
knew.
simple.
I did. I
Um,
did.
Because Tam is a person of integrity. I've been walking with her for a long time. She is
How
a
long you been
person
knowing
of
Tam?
21 years, 20 years. We used to sing together on the praise team.
I was
We
there.
have been ministering together. We've been walking together for a while. So in all of that time, she's always shown herself to be a person of tremendous character, integrity, and she's very reputable. So since she asked, and I was like, me? You want me?
Yes, I do.
It was a high honor for me. And so
Aw.
I and I also wanted to push myself and step beyond my comfort zone and all of that. So that's why I accepted. And it was a good group of ladies. I wouldn't have done it with,
And Randy is
any
so
old body.
talented.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she just
Yes.
she's that person that's it's time to bring her forward.
Yeah.
Really time right now. And so just that she said yes, with all this talent that I get to pull on
Yes.
all the
Sure.
time.
That is so true.
Yeah, I get to
It's
pull
difficult
on
trying
y'all,
to find
everybody.
time to do stuff like this with younger kids, but my kids are growing up now. 4 and 7.
Yeah, they almost
Growing
ready to
up.
pay taxes in some
But
countries.
he'll be 7 in August. Yeah.
OMG.
Yeah. So they're getting a little bit older. We don't have diapers and all of that kind of stuff. So we're getting to the place where we can do more things, more
Yeah.
ministry and all of that. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the journey because that's been my ministry for the past 5 years.
Yeah. Mhm.
7 years.
Rightfully so.
Indeed. Yeah, amen to that. Yeah,
What about
raising
you,
children,
Michelle?
raising children. Now, let me go back to this winter day when I got this call. I was minding my business, probably doing nothing, probably watching something like not appropriate on TV. Anyway, but nothing like that. Maybe Little Housewives. Don't get crazy out
she
there,
does
world.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I like mindless entertainment because my job is definitely one that keeps me
I get that.
very
Mhm.
cerebral,
Mhm.
right? Like, so I
That's
need
a
light.
whole topic in itself.
And we will have that one too.
Mindless entertainment.
Mindless,
You know,
need that
mindless.
escape, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you need
Mhm.
that escape. I think for me, saying yes is kind of along the same lines of you as you are. I really wanted an opportunity to be able to have a platform to like speak my piece,
Yeah.
elevate my voice, and really work with a bunch of women who I saw as already accomplished.
Aw.
So being in the car with a bunch of women that are already accomplished just by proximity and association, you're accomplished. So I'm like, well, if I'm around them and I think they're accomplished and they're accepting me in the vehicle, then I must be accomplished too.
And
But-
you are.
and so
In
right,
your own
right.
Oh,
So, but
so.
you know, those are the things that goes through your mind.
I hear you.
Like, can I be able to share the same platform, the same pedestal as these women? And I also think you guys poured into me spiritually that I just needed for the time. And I really appreciated that, which, you know, now I go to church. And I
She
do all
does.
this stuff.
I was about to say, when we started this, you were not a member at Embassy.
I was not.
No.
I was
at
not.
God.
Any church.
I was not. I was
Mhm.
not. I was like, I
Proud
needed.
member of Bedside Baptist.
These are my people because they knew my ministry. I was bedside. I was bedside. And then look at that. COVID made everything bedside. But I was like, y'all catching up to me. I'm not, you know. I was already there. I've been here for quite a while. And I just felt like we can reach certain people that otherwise wouldn't be reached. And I just wanted perspective in the airwaves that was just different, that spoke truth, that was not afraid and unapologetic about their spirituality and not trying to hide it so that they can make other people comfortable. Like, if loving the Lord makes you uncomfortable, get uncomfortable because we're not going to hide that aspect of ourselves.
Right.
And it's the reason why we're here. This is the platform. Everything, even before we get on the air with y'all, we pray. We're with WVTV. I mean, we're with people who believe in the very same thing that we believe in. So I think, you know, it all aligned very well.
Yes.
And the growth, like even in career-wise, personal-wise, you know, even with this radio show, we all have like grown. And I could see the maturity. So it's just like it wasn't time.
Yeah.
And then I want to say big shout out to Nikki because when she got on her first radio show, she was like, hey, my sisters, I'm bringing y'all on. Y'all can have the third Tuesday of every month. And then when she moved over to WVTV, she said,
Winning victories through Christ.
winning victory through Christ. I know what it is. Not only do I have a Sammy Davis eye, clearly I got it. Impediment as well. But I'll work on that. I got good health coverage. I'll get that together. But when you came over here, you also said, y'all, I'm going over here.
Come with
Do
me.
you want to come with us? So I want to thank Soulful Inspiration and Nikki Jones for
you.
always having my sister, your
Yes.
sister's back
Yep.
and putting it out there because we were like trying to figure out how to put this out ourselves. I don't know if y'all remember that.
I remember
it,
well.
right? We were like going in our pity banks, like, so if we go here, this is how much it would cost. And Nikki was blessed with an opportunity to get on a radio show,
And she
brought us with
carried
her.
us with her.
And she carried until she decided she wanted to go in a different direction. And then we said, okay, let's make a decision. Do we want to continue to do this? If we do, let's make some decisions. And we did. And Nikki said, I'm still on board with y'all. So that's a blessing, y'all. Give it up, y'all.
That's what it's about, blazing a trail for the next one.
That
That
is
is
it.
reaching back and you know paving the way for
She
somebody
never
else.
left us behind.
That's
Never
the
left us
essence of a
behind.
true leader is that they speak your name in places that you're not, and they help you come forward.
See,
Very good.
that's that
Very
right there.
good.
That's a word.
Jim.
That's a word. That's a
Dropping
word. You see
gems.
why I rock with them?
Dropping bars.
She dropping bars.
Dropping knowledge.
Kanye ain't got nothing on you, girl.
Girl. I don't know
Lord,
about Kanye.
That's if I reach. Bless you, Jesus.
Bless him, Jesus. But that's our origin story. Like I was like driving over here and I was like, I wonder if the other ladies know we've been at this for 5 years.
I did not realize that until you said it. You know, it was just and when I'm thinking about it now, I'm thinking about some of my favorite shows. And I'm thinking about when we talk about cooking, that's always the case. I'm thinking about Dr.
Zeb.
Zeb.
Oh,
my
that was a
God, he
good
was
one.
good.
Dr.
That was
Zeb
so
was
good.
amazing.
Yeah, he was really
and he
good.
has blown up.
Woo,
Like,
you can't even get on his
he
calling
is on
card
tour
now.
right now.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Let
Dr.
me
Zeb
tell you, we
Talent.
had him first.
We had
Yes,
him
we
here
did.
first,
We did.
twice.
Yes,
We had him twice.
We had part 1 and part 2.
Yes.
Exactly.
Bringing in Renisha,
The resident
the
therapist.
resident
Yeah.
therapist,
Mhm.
you know,
Yes.
and you know, she's just like a ball of fire and so much
Yes.
information. And just enjoying each other. I mean, just having great conversation and not being intimidated by anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just being ourselves and going with the flow. Sometimes we had to do it, you know, from where we are, you know, instead
Yes.
of coming into the studio, you had to be
Yes.
online. You know what I'm
Pivot
saying?
when we needed
You know,
to.
but we kept it going. I'm just really proud that we have gone for 5 years. I
For
think
5 years. Isn't that amazing? We need to go celebrate. We the fruit of the vine. Fruit of the vine is in the
Grape
Bible.
juice.
Right. Concord.
Manischewitz.
Martinelli.
orange.
The orange. I think one of my other favorite episodes of ours were 2. Well, one in particular. I think what you will learn on this show as we continue every, 3rd Tuesday of the month here is that we cover a range of topics.
Yes.
As you can see. And I think one of my favorite ones was when we were gearing up for the presidential election. And we had Poncella on.
Yes,
that was a really good
good.
one.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah.
like an organizer. She organizes, works for Moses in Detroit. Shout out to Poncella. I heard she want to come back,
She
and
is. She's
coming
because
back.
she's coming back. But I think that was like one of the most like informed educational shows that we have done.
Mhm.
And all of them had some point of education, right? We had
Yeah.
our apostle on, like we had a lot of good folks on, but I think that one in particular, like we tried to stay on trend. We try to stay with things that we know that matters to people in our community, things we're talking about around our kitchen table. But that was one of the ones that really stood out to me the most was that how the seriousness of that moment.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and what we need to be doing now to stick together as community. So that'll be coming soon, y'all. But that was
is
one of my
coming
favorites.
soon.
What about you, Randy? What was some of your
I'm trying to think of the
favorites?
there was an episode, Nikki wasn't here. We did a review of, was it a movie? Cast. Was it Cast?
Was it no? Yeah,
What was the name of the movie?
Origins.
Origins. That was one of my
Origins.
favorites.
Oh yeah, Origins was
That was
a good movie.
That was a good
That was a
movie.
good
That
movie.
was a good movie.
I can't wait for us to talk about.
Straw.
Y'all seen Straw?
Well, it's on Netflix, but I'm
I
going to
haven't
see
seen
it.
Straw.
I haven't seen it because I've been wanting to watch things that has light and levity. I haven't been wanting to be too much in front of something heavy, but I've heard really good things about Straw. My sister, actually from Atlanta, who's on with us, was actually watching it at my house last week, and she was like, "Don't you want to watch it?" And I was like, "No, I'm not in that headspace, but I do think it's worth talking about."
Okay.
Mm.
I haven't.
I have yet to
this
watch
was
it.
my
Things my mother didn't tell me. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
boy.
remember that.
We need to do a
That
part
was
2
good.
of that one.
We had said we were gonna do that.
Right.
That was
said
a
we were gonna do that. We gotta
good
do
show.
That was a good show. That
Oh
was a
my
good show.
God,
That
that
was a
was
good show.
such
That
a
was a
good
good show.
show.
That was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about that now.
Yeah.
I'm
It
telling
was
you.
because we were all in a place. I think we all
Yes.
took a moment. We all had to have a moment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? During that show. Yeah, because there was so many things. We was all feeling some type of way.
At that time.
We were all feeling some type of way. But that's the beauty of platforms like this, is because we can respect each other having that moment. We can help each other get through that moment, and we can be the voice for other people out there who are having those types of moments or who have had those moments and may have felt like they were the only ones, or nobody's hearing me, or I thought I was the only one feeling this way, or I thought I was the only one that my mom didn't do this for, or didn't teach me this, or whatever. So I mean, I that's what I really love about this particular platform, is that somebody else has been through or is going through what we're talking about, what we're experiencing,
So true.
and hopefully what we're providing inspiration for.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
and
remember
help
that
for.
show because it was at that time I was really experiencing some hot flashes and
Yep.
all of
Ah,
that
yes,
menopause stuff.
all
And
of
I'm
that.
like,
All
OMG, why
all
didn't
that.
Geraldine tell me about this?
all that.
All of that. And
Mhm.
so it's funny because there are a lot of women my age. I seen that, and everybody's talking about it now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about it. And I'm like,
That's
this is-
usually what happens.
you know, and I'm like,
Yes.
this is something we need to talk about because we're all experiencing the same thing,
Mhm.
but nobody's talking about what to do about it.
Exactly.
And so
That's because it's different for everybody.
different for
You know,
everybody.
I don't
but
think there's a cookie cutter solution for, one size fits all
Yeah.
for the things that we're going through. But yeah,
Mhm.
it was very good.
That was.
That
We got to bring a
was.
part 2.
yeah,
We got to
do.
do. We got to
too.
do a part 2 because there was just so much ground to cover with that.
One of my favorite shows is when we brought the husband.
Oh yeah, you always talk about that. Yeah, when we
I
hubby.
like that.
Do
I
you
like
remember
that
that?
we did a
Well, we did
husband
it
show.
in the.
I
I
mean,
don't think we did it in
It wasn't
this.
here.
we did
It was
in
at
the
the
other
other,
one, yeah.
but it was
Mhm.
fun because they had an
Wasn't it?
opportunity. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
we did.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
And that one gave people an opportunity to hear from our other halves,
Yes, that is
and
true.
that was, and then when you had my daughter Brittany on,
Yeah,
that one was
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
So I just
Mhm.
think it gave a different perspective of who we are.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
that's
love
true.
that.
Different sides.
Mhm.
So, what are y'all
Different
looking forward to talking to our people over the next course of the next 6 months? What are some of the trends and topics they can look forward to on our show?
Well, I know one of the areas I've been talking to Dr. Lance, as you all know, but the audience doesn't know that I was consecrated through Embassy to be the health minister,
Mm-hmm.
the Ministry of Health. And so one of the things that we're talking about is women's health. And so he'll be coming on at some point to talk about women's health. And he's going to come several times to talk to us and to share his perspective around health equity, health literacy, what some of the things that we should be thinking about depending on our age, and just giving us a physician's perspective
I love that.
around health, and not just from the one-on-one with your physician, but population health. What some of the things we should be thinking about as we age, some of the nutrients out there that we should be focusing
I
on.
like that.
A lot of people are taking a lot of supplements.
Oh my
What
gosh.
supplements should you be taking?
Or
Yeah.
should
What
not
can
be
you
taken.
what you shouldn't be
Ooh,
taking?
damn bitch.
And not even just that.
Mighty God.
Listen, I don't know why you Stammer, she will take a shot in this belly to get ready to y'all can talk about it all day long, but I have a food baby and she
what you
needs
gotta do.
taming.
I so wish I could just like claim it on my taxes. Like it's get a little EITC in there.
Yeah. She hasn't done it yet, but it's right there. But to talk about women's health and how we can become healthier, the right exercises to do, I think that's important for us right now.
I thought you
We
were going in
continue-
another direction.
Did you really? where you
I
think
thought we
was
was going to talk about how you get rid of cellulite.
Well, that
Can you get rid of cellulite?
yes, she can.
See? Okay.
Now, I don't know
And
how.
those are things we'll just talk about. But he's a holistic physician,
Oh,
so
I like
he
that. I like that.
understands how to work with you, not just from shoving a bunch of medicine down your throat,
Mhm,
but looking
mhm.
at your lifestyle and providing lifestyle tips so that
Changes.
they help you to grow and expand in your thinking, but also get stronger in your body
I love
so that you can stay around here a little longer.
Mhm.
A lot
Amen to
longer.
that.
Hmm.
So that's
Randy.
one of the things I'm looking forward to.
Randy, Vicky.
When we were having our strategy talk,
Uh-oh.
I am very interested in bringing on a Trump supporter
Oh, y'all hear
Um,
that, Dale? Right there, now there. Call out
so
to the
we can get perspective
Yeah.
from them. And I'm not saying a Republican because I have voted both ways many
Yes.
times.
Mm-hmm.
It is whatever where my interests are aligned at the time.
Okay.
How whoever makes the best platform, my family grew up, you vote blue, you
Yes,
an elephant, you
yes.
vote Democratic. But when
Yeah.
I became an adult, my beliefs were aligned with other things. So I voted
Mhm.
both ways
Yeah,
many times.
independent.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. But I would really like to have a Trump supporter, not necessarily a Republican, but a Trump supporter come on and let us know, why they voted for him. And It's been so much happened in the past 6 months. I don't even think it's been 6 months. He's been in office. I think it's
Barely.
not even 6
Barely.
months. It's
Because it
been
was like
barely.
January 21st.
Actually, the 21st, right?
Yeah.
so
Barely.
almost 6 months, but there's been
Yeah.
so much that has happened,
Yes.
and they're not shaken or moved. They're, happy with the progress. And I would like to help our
Get it.
audience understand, because maybe they have some, I don't want to call it ignorance, but maybe they have some blind spots that maybe the Trump supporter is not aware of, that they can help
Mhm.
people understand why they are just, I just,
Supporters.
I cannot say I'm a person supporter. That is crazy to me.
Yes.
So I don't, just a non-judgmental conversation, where we can just talk
A
and
safe
inform
conversation.
people. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely safe. But just inform people. Maybe we
Yes.
have, maybe people have.
I
some
think we
blind
can
spots.
learn a lot from that perspective.
I agree. I
think
wish
we can learn a lot.
I reached out in hopes that someone would
Mhm.
would volunteer, but no one has stepped up to say that they will be that they are willing to come on our show
Mhm.
or even be anonymous. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They can be
Yeah.
anonymous.
Mhm.
So if you're out there and you know someone who would even be an anonymous guest on our show to talk about why they support Trump, I mean, they don't seem to be to want anonymity anyway. So I mean, but so I'm just trying to figure out. But if I'm thinking, and this is me, this is not this is not biblical. This is me. I'm thinking that if they are in the church, they want to be anonymous because I don't know. I know a few, but even the ones that I know, like they're not willing to come on the show and say I support Trump. But I don't think other Trump supporters are looking for anonymity. They're looking for a platform to just push him. And so I don't think they really want dialogue. I
Yeah.
don't even think they want to have the conversation. They just want to be able to believe what they believe and be done with it. Like I don't even think they want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And I
But
would
that
love
would make
that.
for an interesting show.
Yeah. People are
Um,
very passionate on both sides. I mean,
I think
politics
so, too.
are a passionate subject.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, and it divides families. It divides,
But yeah, if you
households.
can inform people, maybe you can convince people and help them understand this is why, we might have an aha moment. Like, this is why they support him. I get it now. We might not agree, with the
Right.
reason, but at least we'll get it, we'll
Right.
understand. So,
Understanding is what we're looking
Yeah,
for.
I think there's a bridge. I think it's
That's
like you
it.
can have opposing views, but we should still have a bridge because we all are human.
Absolutely.
bipartisan.
And
That's what
so
we, yeah.
I think that's where that
What do the kids say?
conversation.
We conversate, we don't judge.
We
Mhm.
listen.
Okay,
and we
there you
don't
go.
judge.
So that's what we're
Yeah,
here
they're not
for.
having conversations.
Well, I think that's what we want to do is have a conversation, but in that conversation, it doesn't necessarily mean that we judge you. All it means is that we want to have a conversation. We want to understand.
That's
Yeah.
We want to understand because the one thing I would say is that the people who do support him, they don't budge.
No.
They are committed to
No.
whatever the conversation is for
Yeah,
whatever
Teresa
reason.
says they want to validate themselves bandwagon supporters.
Absolutely.
And so I would love to just have
It's like
a conversation
loyalty
to get
to a
to.
fault.
I would
I mean,
love
a
to
whole lot of
understand.
fault.
Yeah, I can't get behind nobody that strong but Jesus. Like,
Okay, let's save the
it gets
conversation
crazy.
for our show because y'all.
Decided this thing now.
No, but she made some really good
Really
points
Yes.
though. She made some really good points, and I think you guys, you hear this
When-
first.
when we
Tune
announced
in.
that show,
Be ready. Be ready with your questions
And your popcorn,
and your popcorn, but respect.
but respectful.
Yes.
But
respectful.
respect. I
respectful
think what I'm
conversation.
looking forward to in our future conversations, I love the idea of talking about men and women health and how aging, it kind of goes with the whole health
Mhm.
conversation, but aging is a different journey.
Yes,
My
it
God.
is.
It's a different journey. You wake up
OMG.
every day and you're like,
Something's
say
different.
what? Say who?
Mhm.
Like, you know,
It's
I'm
another
Googling.
gray.
Yeah.
And where did the gray pop up?
Oh my God.
My Lord.
Oh my God.
I agree. You know, as a woman, I believe that we're coming to our teenage years and then our body changes.
Of
You know,
course.
and then we get
Every
to
decade.
20,
Every 7 years.
And
I
our
think
body
our thing
changes.
Yeah.
and then you get into your 30s, and you're
Mhm.
starting to like what you got, and then
Mhm.
everything is popping and looking good. And then you turn 40 and you're like, your whole attitude shifts like, listen, I don't care about you. I'm going about my business. And then you turn 50 and you're really feeling good. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you're
Who
like,
said you feeling good at 50? Who
well,
said
I was,
that?
I was feeling good. And then all of a sudden you have a hot flash. You're like, body's starting to attack you. So it's a violent. It's like women, we suffer
So much.
so much in the sense that our bodies continuously shifting and
There's a lot
changing,
of shifting
and we
and
have to get
change.
used to a different body every 7 years.
Yes.
And there's
Yeah.
and
And nobody talks about
and
it
nobody talks
in
about
that
it.
way.
Mhm.
And it's just almost like you're going at it alone. And so I'm really looking forward
The minute you
towards
get used to
that
hormones, they
conversation.
disappear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then your taste buds change.
And then maybe
Absolutely.
Dr. Ann
Change.
can give us the male perspective too.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
they experience
I
changes
mean,
as
I
well.
loved my hair 5 years ago, and I want it back.
Man.
Well, they got Bosley
You know,
for women.
they also
Child.
have
They also got hair you
They
can buy.
You see this after touching their hair to
Buy hair.
exactly.
Just buy it.
Just
Yes,
buy it,
yes.
and it can be any color, and you can do everything with it and change your look.
Yeah.
Okay. We're coming down closing to our end of our time with our
Already?
audience. Almost. But I got one more question.
Okay.
I got one more question.
I got one
Anybody
more
got the Holy
question.
Ghost?
Yeah. All right. Yes, I got one.
Did you get that?
Come on, Quartet.
I know that's right. I'm gonna have to get a. Do you? By the way, pause. Commercial break. Do you? Do you provide like vocal coaching? Do you?
No, but I have a friend who does.
Do you? Why don't you do it? Just curious.
I have a friend who does it.
Not answering the question.
Honestly, I never thought that it was something that I could or should be doing because I still struggle with my own confidence. Yes.
Oh,
I struggle with my own confidence in my own
Wow.
voice. And so it was never something that
Topic.
I thought I know we've dealt with this before. We talked about this before. Y'all don't really no, I do. I struggle with my own confidence sometimes. And so which is why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing now. So but yeah, I just never thought I should be teaching anybody else how to sing. You know, not that I can do choirs very well.
She's a very good
I love teaching people
So what's the okay?
choirs.
What's that
It's different when you go on one-on-one.
Ah,
It's very different from a choir to, you know, I love
Okay.
choirs. And so teaching a choir how to sing a song, I'm there all
He's
day.
there.
I love it. I
Okay.
absolutely love it.
Okay.
But individual, I just never thought
I don't know. The Lord
could or
spoke to me,
should.
but like, ask Nikki to
Oh, he's speaking.
vocal coach you. But
You
anyway,
want some vocal coaching? Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I know somebody who could help you.
Yeah, we do too.
you do too.
Mhm.
Yeah, they know her too.
Oh, so all of y'all know the person.
Yeah, they know her.
Oh, okay. We got.
Her name is Shirley Smith.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Shirley Smith.
Journey Music Studios.
Oh, okay.
She's very good.
She's
She's
very
oh,
good.
yeah, okay.
And Alexis does too. Alexis Alanese 7 and
Oh
she's
yeah,
on Dr.
Alexis
Ann.
does too. Yeah,
Oh.
she does.
Oh, she seemed very professional.
Mhm.
They are.
They
They
have
are.
degrees.
They both have.
They-
Yeah.
they
Ah,
have degrees.
I felt that. I
Mhm.
felt that in
They didn't
the
just
herb.
come up in the way
Right.
singing and
Right. No, they've been doing this a long time.
credentials.
I did not know that.
Credentials.
Okay, 2 minutes or less.
Question.
Question.
2 minutes.
Way less for me.
Right.
I got very little to say.
It always
I'm very
says
to
a
the
lot.
point.
You are very direct, and we're gonna start with you then.
Okay.
Because I know these two, they love dissertations. So the question is, we're ending our first official broadcast, 5-year anniversary. What are you looking forward to for this platform? What are you looking forward to? What are you hoping for?
Overall?
Yeah, what are you hoping for that we accomplish
That's
this year
pretty- Yeah.
for our 5th year?
Think about
Okay, you can pass it to your sister while you marinate.
What are we hoping to?
What do you-
what are we looking forward to?
What are you looking for this platform to
Okay.
accomplish?
Yeah, give it to Tam. I'll come back.
Okay.
Run
Okay,
it
I'll
back.
take it. I'm looking forward. I'm really excited about us pushing the limits,
Okay.
taking the limits off. I'm ready to take some serious risk. I
Mhm.
don't want
Don't
to be
get a
risking.
band now. Started
I
my
don't
budding
wanna be
career. I'm
risking-
not trying to get banned. You might want to get you a pirate radio
I
show.
know.
Listen, I'm ready to be a little less risk averse and to take some chances and have some conversations that push us more outside of our comfort zone.
Okay.
And so that's where I'm really ready to go. I'm really ready to talk about some things that others are afraid to about and to call some things out that we talk about in private but don't want to talk about in public. Still being very respectful, but just call it out. Call it for what it is. That's what I'm excited about. And I think we have the perfect platform. But
Nikki?
I'm looking forward to exposure. I'm looking forward to
we have a cash app.
exposing, and not in a bad way.
Right.
Exposing other people, exposing our audience to different things, different ideas, and different people, other people who will be guests on the show.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to exposing our audience to a different way of thinking.
That's good. I guess I'm going to steal Tim's. I'm looking forward to pushing the envelope as well, but also making sure we continue to infuse the Christ perspective.
Always.
Amen.
And
That's
keep that
across
at
the
the
board.
forefront.
That's
That's what I'm most looking forward to.
Amen. I'm just looking forward to a lot more laughter, a lot more, boy, education. It's the key. Use it. I'm looking for a lot more laughter, a lot of joy. I want people to walk away from our show feeling like they got a little nugget. Like this was a good time well spent.
Yes.
That's what I want for this.
They come
Very
back.
good.
And they keep coming back. So y'all keep coming back. That's our time. We're almost up. I want to thank you, ladies, for this was very impromptu. We did not have this plan. We wanted to reintroduce ourselves to you all. We enjoyed spending this time with you. I want to thank my co-hostesses, Randy, Tamara, Nikki. Shout out to WVTC. I saw it. I used my good eye. You see, that good eye. I got over here. Hey, I'm not on medication, so if I know I'm well. So thank you all. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
We look forward to seeing you all in July on our third Tuesday.
Yes.
And we want to make sure we thank Michelle for always being ready. Yeah, we appreciate the fact that you come in and
put
you
so much
just
thought.
energy and thought and
Yes.
laughter. And I told her a
Intentional.
long time ago when I first met her, you picked the wrong career.
Oh,
What was
You
I
should
supposed
have
to be?
been a comedian.
she was an entertainer. for
Yes, and I'm
Absolutely.
like, that's you missed it. And now you get a platform where you can be the comedian that you've always
And
wanted to be
she
in
is.
private.
Yeah.
And she
So we
is.
thank you for
Absolutely.
always being prepared and leading us.
Oh, thank
into
you.
these
Love
wonderful
y'all too. And y'all energy.
Yeah.
Love y'all. See y'all in July.
Well, that's a wrap on another episode of My Sister, Your Sister. Now, don't keep this to yourself. Tell a sister or a brother and join us next month on the third Tuesday
At 8 p.m. Eastern.
on WVTC Detroit. Stay in touch with us via email at sistersllc@gmail.com and partner with us via Cash App at $MSYSCOMM. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
Let me at the throne of mercy. Find a sweet relief.
This is Shirley Smith from Journey Music Studios, and when I'm not teaching, I'm listening and watching WVTC Detroit.
Somehow, Lord, I've got to make
Detroit, the birthplace of soul, the heartbeat of gospel music. But our gospel music legacy is at risk of fading into obscurity. The Detroit Gospel Music Legacy Foundation is on a mission to preserve our history, to ensure that the voices of our pastors, the harmonies of our choirs, quartets, and soloists live on for generations to come. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. If you have Detroit church archives, obituaries, concert souvenir booklets, gospel LPs, radio shows, cassettes, or sheet music, don't let them vanish. We'll digitize and preserve these treasures at no cost to you, and we'll return them to you, keeping our promise to honor our history. Reach out to us at DetroitGospelMusicLegacy@gmail.com and start your donation process. Together, let's ensure that the soul of Detroit lives on. Donate your gently used items to the Detroit Gospel Music Legacy Foundation today.
Hey there, Dorian Ellis, Elmar's Furs, coming on to tell you a little bit about our summer layaway. Yes, the season is over for fur coats. It's now the summer. Put your coat in the layaway, 30% down, right here at Elmar's Furs. Have 6 months to get it out. By the time you get it out, it'll be time to wear it. Right here, Elmar's Furs, 13661 West 11 Mile Road. Summer layaway is happening right now, 30% down. Don't miss it. See you there.
This is WVTC Detroit, your award-winning gospel internet radio station. We're bringing you the best in gospel music, live shows, and inspiring interviews. Like and share our page on Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay connected. Your support helps us spread positivity and encouragement throughout the community. So whether you download our WVTC app, visit our website at WVTCDetroit.com, or join us on Facebook or YouTube, you will stay connected and entertained. Join our WVTC Detroit listener family today and tell your friends about us. Together, we can make a difference. WVTC Detroit, where gospel meets the community. Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing in the Spirit.